Notre Dame 100% winning 10 straight fucking games. I hope y'all fucking know that. I don't have
Oh,
to
I got
lie.
there.
I don't have to front. 10 straight, you heard? 10 straight.
Look, that's the reason I got to play on them. I won't spoil it for the people, but that's the main reason I got to play on them today. Y'all got to have style points at this point. Like, you got to just beat the dog shit out of people. So today, friends, we're going to be reviewing the JT diss track against Cardi B. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. If any one of y'all want to kick a freestyle, I'll lay a beat.
I'll start. Don't worry.
Okay, guys.
No,
No, okay, my bad. I thought you were serious, dog.
no. I have no rhythm.
See. Dang, it's hot in here, boy. Doing a live Mickey Mouse Clubhouse review.
Pay attention, buddy. Look up, Roddy. What the fuck? Hit the button.
I got you. We're just letting people get in here. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. Look, the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse review can, you know what I'm saying? We had to let it marinate, man. Anyway, what's going on, people? It's your boy, Roddy, a.k.a. Perlito, a.k.a. Roddy404, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me broke. It's week 6 of Pay for Play. We got the boys in the building like usual. Please, if you are locked in, no matter whose page you are on, if you're on YouTube, if you're on X, if you're, my CIA, agent that surveils me, be sure to go ahead and follow at Pay for Play right here. Got a lot of content coming. I might do a space again. We got a pretty big matchup tonight, so I might do a space again. Last week's space was it was not fun for me. It was not fun at all.
Always crying, man.
I should have started off the show saying, "Are y'all gonna believe me now? Are y'all gonna tell me that I was right? Are you gonna that I was valid?" No.
God, bro, you're always trying to sound sad. Like, cut it out.
I told y'all at the beginning of the year I was an underdog. Y'all didn't believe me.
No, y'all may be the softest, like, mentally team in college football.
I don't even
like
think
scared.
it's like,
Vandy will go in with more fight in this game than you all did last week.
I mean, I don't even think it's that, bro. I just think like they have the juju on us, bro. Like
they're your fathers, they're your dads. It's
no,
okay.
whoa. All right.
Yeah, y'all the Bears, and they're Aaron Rodgers.
Absolutely not. I'm not conceding to that point. Fuck.
Own you.
They own you.
I am not.
It's just the script A. It's not even Saban anymore. Like, why is Kirby selling out like this?
Yeah,
like,
could you imagine losing to somebody named?
Still trying to impress Saban?
Could you imagine losing to a grown man named Kalen?
A white Kalen at that.
Just saying, hey, I'm not here to discuss those parts of things, but it does make it a little worse. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, look. Usually Kalen's like a mixed kid name, like Kalen, Jaden, Aiden, Jacaden. You know.
Yeah. You see how you put the apostrophe in there?
Yeah.
You put the apostrophe in there. You understand. You understand the game. You understand the game, bro.
You know our people love an apostrophe.
Love an apostrophe. Love it. It's just like, just throw it in there, sprinkle it like it's some parsley. Mm-hmm. We like parsley too, apparently, on YouTube meals. On Instagram meals, we love parsley too. So,
Put it on eggs. Put it on your Hawaiian bread.
Put the fucking parsley on every fucking thing.
That makes it gourmet, man.
On the wings?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Spices it up, dog. What you mean?
I don't get it. I just don't understand it.
Hey, man, look, man, that's you got to be cultured to know. All right, well, obviously we were already talking a little bit about week 1. I guess we'll get into it a little bit more now that we've got a couple of people in here. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. We're halfway through, y'all. Okay, we're 6 weeks in. I know there's 13 games. I'm not great in math, so about 3:30 we'll be halfway in, but who cares? Let's go
You're
over.
not guaranteed 13 games if you keep playing like you did last week.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Sam, can I be optimistic? Jesus Christ. All right, let's just go to the week 5 review. Okay. I just want to get on this podcast and say, I told y'all, do not poke your chest out. Do not have unnecessary bravado. Okay. Do not have just ultimate confidence that because the old man is not there anymore, that we're going to win this game. All right. I tried to tell y'all. I don't know what else I got to say. I don't know what else I got to do. But, you know, whenever we play the Alabama Crimson Tide, it's just I don't understand it. Like, and things like this, they just happen. Like, how can you explain this? Like, how can you explain this? He's butt naked open. He's butt fucking naked. Look at this.
Stockton.
Like, catch it. Down. Like,
But,
when I tell y'all,
I'm not hearing that because Ryan Williams dropped a touchdown on the opening drive of the game too.
Of
So
course
what are we
did.
doing? See how you want us to feel? You want us to feel sorry for you. We're not going to do that, bro.
No.
It's never going to happen. We saw the exact same thing happen to Alabama on the opening possession of the game. Let's play that. Play that. Can you play that?
But let me find it. That wasn't with the cheese on the line. That literally, they did not score in the second half at all. Like, it doesn't matter. That's my point.
I mean, it's just copy and paste game from last year, except y'all got hoed at the crib.
Now, I think last year, and I'll play the Ryan Williams drop since Sosa requested it. I think last year was a little bit better, and we see like, yeah, look, I get it. Okay, he was wide open, he dropped it. All right, there's no explanation for that. Easy touchdown. I understand, but I think last year was a little bit more disheartening because we got smacked in the mouth, and it was like 28-0, like in the second quarter. And then, you know, I have to deal with guys like this. I have to deal with this guy on my spaces every week, calling me a poo putt. I don't even know what that is. All right. I don't even know what that is. All right. Anyway, again, bro, like, whether it's Nate Frazier fumbling, whether it's Taylor dropping the ball, it's just whether it's Ellis Robinson jumping on the pile. Like, what was that about?
Hey, did you know that Nate Frazier was the character that Denzel Washington played in Inside Man?
Interesting.
That was his name, Nate Frazier. That was the name of Denzel Washington's character in Inside Man. A little bit of history for people who give a fuck. Probably the best Spike Lee joint of all time, not named Malcolm X, but again, different conversation for another day.
Yeah, and I get it. I understand. And there was things like this that happened as well, which, I mean, again, like, what are you doing, dog? Like, what is this about? Like, come on, man.
No, my favorite play was the fourth down handoff to the running back from the Islands of Caucasus. That was crazy. Never saw that before from Kirby Smart. I've never seen that one.
The hurry up there. So his explanation was we were always going to go hurry up. We were always going to try to catch them off balance. I understand that there's been a lot of football guys breaking down the play about how the right tackle probably should have climbed to the second level. There's people saying he did the right thing by doing the double team block. The guard didn't do his job. Like, it's just a lot of ways to explain that we did not execute properly. Like, that's just what it is. And that's consistently a thing when it comes to playing that football team. So that's why I told y'all, like, I get it. So enough of me though. Sam, come on, man.
I think we can just move on to week 6.
Y'all had a game last week. Y'all had a game last week. I didn't even know y'all played last week.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Hold on, LSU played last week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they did.
Something happened. I missed it.
Oh man. It's infuriating. The whole Nuss situation. I don't know, like, even where to go. I've just been kind of stewing on it all week. It makes absolutely no sense what's going on. I mean, there's regression, and you can say that that's the case, but this dude can't even throw the football more than 15 yards down the field.
Mhm.
And it's I don't know how you like even grade that. Like there's in terms of like the NFL, like him being hyped as like one of the best quarterbacks in the country coming into the year. It's clearly not right. I don't know anywhere else to say this or any other way to say that. It just doesn't look good. Can't run the ball, so the offense is just anemic.
Valid question right here, Sam. How much is due to the injury?
If you
Brian
can't,
Kelly said
like,
fine.
Yeah, Brian Kelly's full of shit. So, I like he literally like you watch his throws and he can't throw it with any zip beyond 10 yards from the line. And like he's like I should have sent this to Roddy to have ready to play, but someone did like side by side this year and last year. And some of the throws that he was making, complete NFL throws, like just fantastic deep balls. And he can't even like he's putting his entire like he looks like me throwing a deep ball. Like I have to like getting every ounce of his body behind like a deep ball, and it's still coming up 10 yards short.
He looks like Drew Brees at the end of his career right now.
Tell me about it.
Where he kind of has to do the push to start, where it don't look like he's throwing the ball. It looks like he's trying to push it. Yeah, it looks bad. It does.
That dude said he can't raise his arm above his head like consistently anymore. So yeah, you better rest up, Nuss, if that's the case. Because Drew, man, his arm about to fall off.
But see, this is the great divide in college football is that you can have a star quarterback and you can also have a coach that needs his fucking job past this year.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes a great issue where you got to keep trotting that guy out no matter what because it's too much money involved. It's too many expectations behind the program, and
no, I disagree with that.
So what do you think it is? He just wants to play?
No, I think it's the coach and the quarterback sharing the same fucking agent, and that's
not know that.
That's fucked up in my mind. That's a conflict of interest right there, and I don't know why. This because he's only hurting his stock for the future right now. It's bad. And whatever that was last week, you can't tell me Michael Van Buren doesn't offer you at least a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Like you brought he's not Nuss. Like if Nuss is healthy, Nuss is clearly better than Michael Van Buren, but the offense was so bad. You didn't have a drive more than 5 plays in the first half last week. And just throw a different look out there because the defense did their job. And I'm not going to sit here and harp on them and the yards that they gave up whenever they were on the field for literally 100 plays in the game, 50 before half. Or maybe even, I think it was 60 before half. So, the defense did their job. If you would have told me last week that we held Ole Miss to 24 points, I think we win the game. But, I mean, shout out Lane Kiffin. He's going to be I'm terrified for whenever he gets a real job. It's not going to be fun for anybody because.
But see, I was thinking about that. It's funny you said that, and I wasn't even going to go here, but this is my thing. Based on what he's put out in the NFL in the last 3-4 seasons, right? What's a real job? It feels like Ole Miss is right there and competitive with everybody. I mean,
they are, but it's because of him. It's
right.
It's not like if he gets a school with real financial backing, it's over.
Yeah, I feel like Ole Miss got the money though. I feel like Ole Miss also he's done like you said. It's because of him. You know what I mean?
Look at the rosters though. Or look at the money that they're spending. I was an LSU I think is said 18.5, 19, $20 million team. Ole Miss 8.5.
Hey, listen, it's sometimes again. I don't like Lane. I think he's a big game loser. We all know that. Everyone knows he's a big game loser. However, is something to be said in regards to development of the players he's put out in the league. I mean, I know he's not a defensive coach, but he's put a lot of talent in the league, and he's been able to do it everywhere he's been. Even FAU, he's putting guys in the NFL. So I think that when we say that, and I agree with you, he's going to obviously be at the top of the board and a top candidate for every big job. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure that if the board doesn't work it out here at the end of the season, Lane Kiffin is probably the number one on the top of the list of Alabama candidates for the job. I don't think there's even a conversation. I think he'd probably leave there in a heartbeat, to be totally honest. But I also bode the idea that sometimes it's cool to build something. It's cool to have your face attached to it. And I think they're squarely in the conversation right now for potentially competing for a national championship. I don't think we thought the defense was going to be anywhere near as good as it is. And 6 weeks ago, we didn't even know who the fuck Trinidad Shambliss was. So here we are.
I still don't think that's a championship caliber defense. I think our offensive line and the just sheer ineptitude of what Nuss is putting out there right now, it made it look better than it was. Like, if you can get pressure with 3 and just drop back and this guy can't throw more than 10 yards down the field, you're going to look great. So I don't know. We'll see. I think you got obviously it's a lesser game coming out of the bye, but you got to get Nuss healthy. If he's still not looking good, you can't keep trotting him out there.
I actually also just wanted to make a quick statement. My team was able to do something y'all weren't able to do last week, which is beat an SEC team. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to say we did what you guys couldn't do.
You're 1-1 in the SEC, just like us.
Sounds like a playoff team to me.
I mean, look, the fix is in anyway. I mean, that was utter and total domination. In Fayetteville, Arkansas. Notre Dame they were covering their team total, I think, by halftime.
The game went over. I think the game went over. What it took forever. It took forever because at halftime we were for sure
so nervous. It looked like the easiest over of all time, and then they just stopped fucking scoring.
Then you texted us the reverse jinx. The reverse jinx was sweet. It was. They're definitely not getting this, and they scored a touchdown like the next play. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and if we want to go and shed some light on Arkansas, Big Sam obviously lost his job. I would love him back at the University of Georgia, obviously. I mean, that program right there, a lot of people think they're a Big 12 program instead of an SEC program. I don't necessarily agree with that because I think they have had guys. Like, you have to temper your expectations, just like we were talking about with Ole Miss. Like, there are 7 to 8 teams that will never win the SEC, and Arkansas is one of them. And you have to, in order to keep this program afloat, you got to keep putting guys in the NFL, which Sam Pittman over his tenure did not do. I mean, if there are guys in the NFL, they aren't notable or guys that are making big splashes on the next level. So I think if you're able to get a guy in there, which I don't know who that is, it's definitely not our boy. Sam, why did they make him the interim, man?
It's fantastic. It's just it's all-time college football picture. Bobby Petrino in the neck brace. I cannot wait. I just love it. It's fantastic.
If Rich Rod can make a comeback, why can't Bobby? Huh? Look at this guy. This screams, put my son in the NFL. It's like if ever there was a guy that you trusted to put your son in the NFL, this is the face of it right here. I would 100% trust this guy with my kid's career. I swear.
The fact that this guy has been hired back by Louisville and now Arkansas, unbelievable. He's a con artist. He's got to be.
Super legend. You got to be positive here. I mean, he's a legend.
Well, okay? That's the thing. That's the thing he did too. Like, he knows how to run the con. Like, did y'all peep that he fired all the defensive specialist, the defensive coordinator? He's like, get these guys out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Bobby P is here. Let me come in and make some changes that I've been through.
The hardest part for people in Arkansas is having to realize that they're back to being a basketball school, and that's got to be tough for them. It's got to be because they won a couple of they were super competitive in the '90s in basketball. Shout out to Nolan Richardson, one of the top 5 college basketball coaches to ever walk the face of the earth. Amazing head coach. And now they're a basketball school again because they got Calipari in house. He's best friends with the dude that owns Tyson Foods, and they're a basketball school now. It is what it is.
Yeah, and that's part of it though. So like they're trying to win at basketball, and I don't think we've seen that for the past
25 years. Exactly.
Almost 30 years. Like, so they're pumping a lot of money into that, which may be taking away from what they get on Saturday. So I mean, I think they got to figure out what they want over there, because you can't have both. You can't. Like, you got to either be a great basketball school and an okay football school, or a great football school to good football school and, just a middling basketball school. So that's what it is in Arkansas. I'm trying to think. Was there anything else notable? Oh, there it was before we get into the slate. Drew Aller. We told you.
Yeah.
Well, I told y'all. These two believed it. These two believe
in him. We're just he sucks, man. And listen, and I'm not even gonna make any excuses, bro, because end of the day, you can be mad at the offensive coordinator for not opening up, but when he opened it up in overtime, you blew it. So eat a dick if you're crying about it. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. You just put the game in your hands, you blew it. He was scared to put the ball in your hands. You got a chance. He gave you a chance. He finally put the game in your hands. You fucking blew it. Great play by the D-back though. Great play.
That's he was the top safety in the portal for a reason. That kid is pretty good, but I don't know what else. Like, they're gonna trounce UCLA this week. Obviously, I mean UCLA is a dead fish. But I think they lose to Ohio State too, so they're probably not going to get to Indy.
I don't know about great. They've been good. The program's been solid, but great is a stretch.
Yeah, they've been solid. I think
Calipari in his first year got further than any year of the last 5. So I
think they got to the semifinal or the final of the SEC tournament.
They beat Louisville in the tournament. Or no, they beat St. John's. They beat St. John's in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying I think Musk got him.
Did he get to the Elite Eight?
At least. Yeah, I think so.
Right, and then he went to where's Musk at? USC? No?
USC.
Right. He got to the Elite Eight. Well, I mean, again, I forgot about Musk. That's on me. And what is this like? What is this like year 5 for him at USC? You got it. Last 5, you got it, brother. You got it. He said that on purpose. I understand it now.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Anything else on week 5, boys? We on to week 6?
Yeah, yeah, man. Obviously, I'm gonna pull the book up on the games. We'll get into whatever game you want to get into to start the day.
All right. Well, and sorry, Top Shelf, I can't see that emoji on Canva. They don't have emojis yet.
Oh, it's the pointing one. It's that one.
Oh, okay. So. All right, fair enough. All right. We'll start in Gainesville, Florida. Both teams were off last week. Texas Longhorns are coming into Gainesville, like I said. Line's at 5. It started at 7.5, I think. I think it might have started at 8. I saw it at a 7, and now it's come all the way down to 5.
It's 4.5, actually.
God bless you. And Top Shelf is right here. Brother, God bless you, okay? You're a brave, strong individual, because Florida has had a touchdown or less line against LSU. They did not cover. They've had a touchdown line or less against who was the last team they played? Miami. They did not cover. You got it, man. Like, I understand. I can fully get where people are coming from betting on Florida, to where these two offenses are going to stink. I mean, this total was at 41.5, which, I mean, I can't blame people for betting that up. But I mean, I'll start with you, Sam. I'm not touching this game. I'll just start with that. This game looks absolutely disgusting, and I don't want any part of it. So you go first.
It does, but boy, oh boy, is it just fantastic to hate watch Billy Napier and his Florida program, because it is just a train wreck week in and week out. This guy just refuses to give up offensive play calling. I think they've scored like 50 points against Division I teams all year, not Long Island University included in that. I think 50 may be generous too, because I guess if we can do simple math, what they score 7,
Yep,
10,
7 against
and then
7
what,
against
16
Miami.
against, or 17 against South Florida.
16, yeah, that's what, 33. That's
we're below 40. So yeah, I've got 2 plays in this game. It's Texas. I took it at 6.5. The line movement does alarm me a little bit, but we haven't seen Texas look too good this year, outside of the Sam Houston game. Offense has been kind of anemic as well, but Florida really struggles with good defensive teams moving the ball offensively, and I'm not going to believe that DJ Lagway had this look in his eye this week that is going to lead him to an upset like Billy Napier's talking about. But yeah, I have Texas minus 6.5 as an official play, and I'm not sure what it's at now, but I took Florida team total under 16.5 at even money. So it's been good to me the last 2 games they've had. I've taken it. I think they've finally caught up. They're not putting it at 20 anymore. But yeah, I still don't think they score enough points. And hopefully they just get embarrassed in the swamp and they continue to trot Billy Napier out there. Sunbelt Bill, gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, man, he truly is. Sosa, how you feeling about this one?
I gotta agree with Sam. Texas defense is too good. No faith in DJ Lagway, just like Andre said. Just they're headed down the wrong path, and it's you're lucky the line is 5. I honestly believe that this is a situation where Texas can make a statement, which is we beat a team that shouldn't be on the field with us, and we do it without having to evoke some level of extreme play calling or anything crazy that out of their bag. I think Texas's defense is going to line it up against Florida. They'll be able to force a couple of turnovers. Texas's offense should be just good enough to score them 26, 27 points after getting multiple turnovers from Florida on offense. And I think Texas wins the game by a touchdown plus, like Sam said. I basically just repeated everything Sam said.
Yeah, I can definitely see this total going under. Like, I see very much so a 20-10 game. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, because I think Florida's defense, and I've said this, like, I know Sam's gonna disagree with me, but for the spots that they have been put in the ineptitude, I understand LSU has their struggles on offense as well, but like, again, we just said they haven't even scored 40 points in 6 weeks. Like, that's very against FBS opponents, obviously, but that's very disheartening. And I can't sit here and say that if your team is going to constantly, your offense specifically, put you in a situation where you got to damn near score on defense in order to get some points on the board, then I can't tip my hat to you, especially with the teams that they've played so far this season and the teams that have to play down the line. It's I guess admirable by them that they haven't quit. So the under would be the only play for me. I lean that. Again, I don't have anything official on this, but yeah, this one's gonna be absolutely disgusting, man. So, boys, we got anything else on this one, or is this a cooked goose?
Yeah, I'm cool. That's it. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to the next one. The Vanderbilt Commodores. The line is up to 12 at this point. A lot of people think, man, Bama's coming back home. They just had an emotional high off of a victory against Georgia, obviously, like we talked about at the beginning of the show. They're about to come in here and smack Vandy. Now, I do give credit to people who say, well, they lost to them last year, so it's not a spot where they're going to just be like, oh, it's Vandy, we can walk in there, do our thing, and then walk out. I think this Vanderbilt Commodores team is one of the 3 best teams in the SEC this year. I'm going to be 100% real with you. I understand that they haven't played the highest level of competition. I totally understand that. But something has to be said for them averaging 48 points a game. Like, something has to be said for them just going out there and totally dominating their opponents that they're supposed to dominate. So I'm taking the points. I am. I said that 3 weeks ago. I'm taking the points with Vandy. I really don't see Alabama just coming out there and absolutely smoking them. That's just my opinion. But I'll go with Sosa. You first. How are you feeling about this matchup? Alabama hosting Vandy.
You see it on the screen. I think Bama wins the game. I think we get points from both sides. I think Pavia has the offense down pat. He understands the system. He understands how to run this offense to a T. You also can't be stupid and go to Vanderbilt. So the whole shtick of him being a dickhead who's not as smart as he looks is actually really just an act. Again, you can't go to Vanderbilt and not be smart. I don't know why people have this idea that he's just like some rogue gunslinging quarterback who's not intelligent. He's actually a really smart kid because you can't go to Vanderbilt and be dumb. I think a lot of it's an act. And what we're going to see today is that I think that he will be able to compete with them for 3.5 quarters. I think that Alabama has proven that their trenches aren't as pussy as they looked in game 1 of the season, because their trenches definitely looked like a bunch of bitches against Florida State. I don't want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but they did hold up very well last week against a Georgia team that I thought would be a lot more competitive as far as trench work goes. Alabama was pretty much able to move the ball with regularity against you guys, which was kind of weird to me. I didn't really see that one coming. I thought Simpson was a complete bozo, but he looks like he's turning the corner. My target here is going to be the team total over 21.5. I do think that this Vanderbilt team will be able to score some points. I think 21.5 is a little bit too low. I have them scoring 23 to 25 points in the ball game. I still obviously do believe that Alabama's offense will be good enough to get it going against Vanderbilt, even though Vanderbilt has performed well. But like you said, they haven't played anyone, they haven't played anyone in the caliber of a Alabama. So. And then I think, what was it, against South Carolina? The quarterback got hurt in like the first quarter.
Yeah.
Sellers
he was playing well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not that would have affected the outcome, because I don't want to be that guy, but it
affected the over
for sure. So again, that's my look on it. I like the first half over 10.5, and I'm going to double back on the 21.5. If I don't win the first half bet, I'm going to probably bet even more, because I think Vanderbilt will have something in the chamber for the second half, unless they just get dominated in the trenches. But remember, Saban is famous for never losing to Vanderbilt, right?
Mm-hmm. Kalen's already done it once. All
right. Well, this might be a bigger game than last week, if we're keeping it honest.
Yeah, look, I'm not.
I don't want to downplay Georgia, but I don't think DeBoer wants this game to be remotely competitive. He really wants to beat the shit out of them, because I think the loss to Vanderbilt is probably the most embarrassing moment for the program in the last 15 years. But I digress.
Yeah, Vandy 5-0 for the second time in 80 years. So that's big. So by chance, before Sam you go, does FanDuel have any longest rush attempts for some of these Vandy running backs? Could you look for that while Sam's talking?
I'm in Pennsylvania, so I don't have player props on the book. I have to I have to drive over to Jersey to get the player props.
Oh yeah.
And price you can't, there's no price picks in Pennsylvania either. So I literally have to drive over to Jersey to do it.
Damn. Okay, never mind.
Or I can get you to send the best to Top Shelf allegedly.
Yeah. Top Shelf. Give me, if you're on here still, give me some longest rushes for
I can actually pull it up, I think, on Outlier.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because the reason that I'm saying that, and Sam, I'll let you go, I promise, after this.
You're good.
I have my guy Brooks Austin, the football guy. Please follow him on Twitter.
He is the best, by the way. He's really the real film guy.
Yeah, I fuck with him heavy. He had boots on the ground, and a lot of the Alabama fans were excited about Tim Keenan being back. He said not only did Tim Keenan have a brace on his ankle, he was damn near in a cast.
Who are we looking for? What player are we looking for, by the way?
Any of the longest rushes for any of them. If any of them are under 10 yards.
For who? What game?
Oh, Vandy and Alabama. one of the.
All I've got is rushing yards and alt rushing yards. No longest rush.
Yeah, I don't have longest rushes on Bovada either, man. The books
trying to
know.
see if trying to see if they have it on the
Books
ad.
know. But anyway, Sam, you can go ahead, bro. My bad. Go ahead. How you
You're
feeling
good.
about this?
I think there's just going to be a lot of points in this one. Interested to see how Alabama kind of responds after a big win last week. We saw last year they got up for two biggest games, LSU, Georgia, kind of dominated those games, and then they just laid an egg in the week after. Granted, those games were both on the road, and this year they got them at home, but I'm interested to see. I mean, I think Vandy's firing on all cylinders. I think they're going to put up a lot of points, and I think they're going to give them everything that they want to. I'm hoping it. I would love another hate watch where Vandy goes into Bryant Denny and leaves with a win. But yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of points. I've got official play over 55.5 on this one. So keep it short and sweet. We talked a lot about the points and moving the ball. So
the only place I found like a longest rush for anybody in a Vanderbilt uniform is Cedric Alexander. He's over 11.5 on Prize Picks.
Okay.
Which obviously is something you'd have to pair it because you can't bet anything.
Yeah.
The only other player I'm seeing for longest rush in the game for Vanderbilt is Pavia. His longest rush is at 18.
Really? Oof. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm mad at it. Well, and the reason why I said that was because let me read off some stats from the Georgia game last week. Chauncey Bowen's longest rush, 43 yards. Dylan Bell, longest rush, 43 yards. Nate Frazier, longest rush, 24 yards. Gunnar Stockton, longest rush, 21 yards. Even Zach Branch had a 10-yard rush during that game last week. So that's the number one thing that I think is going to give Alabama the most trouble. And last year, if you watch the game, they outlasted Alabama. They didn't beat them really by just overwhelming them, really. They just, every time it was like third and medium, they got the first down. They got, 2 extra yards, and they kept the chains moving. They did hit their shots, and that's the reason why they finally, at the end of the game did win. But I think, number one, Diego Pavia is throwing the ball down the field a lot more now, which is going to be key to this matchup. And I think, as crazy as it sounds, and I never thought that I would say this in my life, a lot of the things Vandy can do with running the ball that we did last week, they can do that too. They have a quarterback that can run the ball and get you your longest rush at 18.5 yards if you want. They have running backs that can gas you in the run game, and then they're going to be able to throw it deep. So, again, I'm not saying they're going to win the game, even though in my heart I believe they're going to win. And that might be hate, but whatever. I think they cover the 12. I think the over is definitely valid in this situation, and I don't know. It's going to be probably the game of the night. I understand we have another one to talk about here coming up, but I think this is going to be that one of those games where everybody's locked the fuck in. So it is what it is. Boys, we have anything else on this one before we get to the last one?
No.
Okay, got you. All right. Well, Miami going to Florida State. I mean, look, man, the one thing that I'll say about this game is I truly understand that a lot of people think that Miami is back. I was down there, obviously, 2 weekends ago. I never seen more of this than I have, and I frequent South Florida a lot. I've never seen more of this than I have in the last, couple of months since I've been down there. So they are now at a flat 4 going into Tallahassee, obviously a week off. Florida State coming off of a crippling loss to Virginia on Friday night during a long week. I'll start with you, Sam. This is another game that I'm very scared of, so don't have a lot in it. But how do you think Florida State bounces back, or do they lay down and just get their ass whooped?
I think they bounce back. I think last week, clear look ahead spot. They got the big win versus Alabama, and then kind of we're on cruise control versus some very inferior opponents, and then they go on the road in a short week and lose on the last play of the game. So I'm on Florida State. I think they bounce back. I think we saw the environment that they had against Alabama. I think it'll be like that, if not more hostile for Miami, who hasn't ventured outside of their home stadium all season. So first road test, at least they have a experienced quarterback who's been in these spots. I think Florida State bounces back, and I think they bounce back big and pull off the upset. We got Florida State money line plus 164 and Florida State plus 4.5. It's official plays on this one. I just think their offense is going to be way better than anything. Or Notre Dame's offense is very good. I think they struggled in the opening week. I think they've kind of found their footing a little bit more. But I think this will be the offense that has tested Miami's defense the most. And with it being on the road, I think Florida State pulls it out.
All right. Now, first game on the road for the Miami Hurricanes, by the way. They have either been off or they've been at Hard Rock for all of their games. So first game on the road. Go look at those Carson Beck home road splits from last year. Sosa, go ahead. They're not good. They're not good at all. He likes to throw interceptions on the road.
Listen, I'm going to make a couple things clear. I'm not listening to anything Roddy has to fucking say about the Miami, Florida football team.
Oh, my God.
Because he's the biggest Carson Beck fucking hater on the planet. He's also not accountable when it comes to his team putting his quarterback out there in questionable situations with no fucking good receivers. He just wants somebody to blame for not being able to bring home a fucking trophy. And I'm getting tired of it. So I'm going to call a spade and keep it G. Miami's going to win this game. It's not even going to be close. They will beat the dog shit out of Florida State today and let y'all know who really is the best team in the ACC today. Okay? If you believe in little Tommy after what you just saw him do the last time you saw him on the field, then it's cool. It's totally fine. You want to believe in Norvell? Go for it, brother. I wish you the best of luck, my friend. I mean that, and I stand by that. Miami's the best team in the ACC. They're the best team in the trenches. They got the best quarterback. I don't really feel like there's much to argue. I think the only unit in the trenches that you could say might be able to compete with Miami is Georgia Tech's offensive line. If I'm lying, tell me different.
They're good. No, they're real good.
You know,
in terms of the conference, yeah.
Top Shelf, where'd your wife go to college? You want to share that with the class? I mean, you see in the comments. Type where your wife went to college. Tell us. Tell the class. Okay, bet. Cool. Good talk. Yeah, you should have heard who he was telling me was good 2 years ago before he broke his leg in two. A different story for another day. I'm rocking with Miami to win by a touchdown plus today. I think they're the better football team. They're better than trenches. I do not believe in Thomas Castellanos. I'm also will continuously be on the train of trying to get Norvell the fuck out of Florida State because I don't think he's a good head coach. I could be wrong. They had us sipping the Kool-Aid after 1 week, him and Malzahn with Thomas Castellanos and how he's got a little fast guy who can run the read option at a super high level. I think the dream ends today, gentlemen. Okay? I believe the dream ends today. Okay? And I stand on that.
Yeah.
So you're just going back on what you said last week, where we need to respect home fields in college football.
What video are you playing?
Which is actually going to go down as one of the best pregame speeches of all time.
He was talking about your mans. He was talking about your mans when he did that.
It's going to go down as one of the best. Just want to make that clear to the world. Okay, it's going to go down as one of the best ever.
Jesus, man. Look, if we're looking at this game, I kind of think there's going to be points. I understand that Miami's in the trenches. I fully agree with what you said, Sosa. They are the better team in the trenches. They're the best team in the ACC in the trenches. I think this is where a Gus Malzahn offense comes into play to where he's going to know that going into the game. He's going to try to use some of their aggressiveness against them. And, look, Tommy is a very, he's not going to throw the ball away, type of guy. He's going to try to make the play, which, it did bite him in the ass last week. So I fully understand that. But I think there are going to be points in this game because of the aggressiveness that's going to come from Florida State's offense. I think they're going to try to strike early and put Florida try to put Miami in a situation that they really haven't been in this year, which is playing from behind. So I would lean the over. Again, I don't love a lot of stuff in this game just because this is a game between a lot of guys who have been playing against each other since high school. So there's bad blood, from years and years and years ago that's going to come up this week. So I think it's going to be a great game, but I don't have nothing. That's just me. Anything. Is Shane Beamer going to leave to Virginia Chan? No chance. Absolutely no chance.
Nah, they did. I don't like the way they did his father before anyway. So why the fuck would he want to go? He should have been the first guy on the list.
I didn't watch the whole SEC thing, the whole SEC Netflix show, but I did watch. I think it was the first episode. They were talking to him about it. He very clearly said he wanted every time he's in Blacksburg, he's Frank's son. He's not Shane Beamer. So
right.
I think he's doing his own thing. I don't think he goes back there.
Yeah, I agree.
I also think he's trying to build something at South Carolina. He's basically in the same boat as a Lane Kiffin, right?
I have no expectations there, dude.
I'm right, because you got to establish the culture. Yeah, and I think that's what it is. It's like I think that's the thing when I brought up Lane. Like, Lane has established a culture at Ole Miss. They haven't won a championship, but he's established something. He can say he built it. I think Shane's in the same.
He is out of there at the first chance that he gets. He is waiting for LSU or Alabama, or even I don't know if he jumps to Florida. I think he's truly waiting for LSU or Alabama to open.
Man, listen, Lane Kiffin, if he doesn't go to one of those schools, he will end up going somewhere like SMU, where he sells out for a check. Where it's like, we know what you can do as far as getting recruits. We know what you can do as far as development. Pull up here and we'll give you unlimited money. And you can still put your name on the top. You can still put your name and say you built it. I'm telling you, man, something just doesn't strike me as a Lane Kiffin.
That was a comment, not you.
Yeah. I just don't, it just doesn't, like, Lane Kiffin doesn't strike me as a guy that would pick it all up and just go to fucking Florida. Like, I don't see it. He don't strike me as that.
No. And to answer your question, Top Shelf, absolutely not.
Look at Sam's face. Sam's like, he fucking went to Tennessee, right? And then USC. And then when he got exiled, he went to FAU and he left them immediately. I get it. I know what you're saying.
He jumps, brother. He's a jumper.
Yeah,
and Ole Miss is
underrated movie
Ole Miss
too.
Is not his highest pedestal, believe me. He
was
an offensive coordinator at Alabama. He knows the talent level is different at those schools, and look what he's done at Ole Miss. Like, even with the transfer portal, like, I understand it's even the playing field a little bit for schools like Ole Miss, but if you can high school recruit too, which they can't really do right now, brother, it's over. He's gonna win.
Yeah, and I don't blame him. I think find the best job for you, Lane. If these people are willing to tolerate you, because a lot of people are not willing to tolerate you, do your thing, man. I ain't mad at you. All right, we're into the best bet segment. Please, 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 again, follow @PayForPlay on X. Make sure you are liking and retweeting the video. If you're watching us on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe, follow, like the video, the thumbs up, not the heart, and all that good stuff. All right. As usual, who wants to go first?
I'll go.
All right. Sam, what you got?
I already gave out 5 for the games that we talked about. Going to start with Mississippi State A&M over 55.5. Mississippi State can score the ball. I think Texas A&M's offense is kind of humming right now. We'll see if Mississippi State can take it on the road and continue their offense kind of firing in a tough environment. But I think that game goes over 55.5. I do have Penn State minus 23.5 at UCLA. I think UCLA is a dead program. They're going to just completely embarrass Nico out there. And I think they roll very easily to a 30-plus point win. Clemson minus 14 against UNC. They're coming off a bye. They've got a lot of pent-up anger. I think that Bill Belichick's team is just going to have to sit there and take. Talked about Notre Dame before the show. I don't know if we talked about it while it was actually on the show, but need style points. Notre Dame team total over 41.5 today. I would lean the 21.5 as well. They need to win in impressive fashion going forward, and I think they're going to continue to do that. The offense is absolutely rolling. We saw last week, what was it, like 38 first half points? Or did they get to 40?
It was 40, but who's counting?
I'm just making sure I get it right. Michigan minus 17.5 against Wisconsin. I think they roll today pretty easily. Wisconsin not looking great up there for old Luke Fickell. So I think Michigan. I'm interested to see how the offense is called. If it's still kind of running Bryce around and getting his legs involved in the offense with Sharon back. So we'll see if that continues. Baylor minus 4.5 as well against Kansas State at home. And then the line that doesn't make any sense to me at all for the week is Cincinnati minus 1.5 against Iowa State at home. Done pretty well with these over the last couple of years where ranked team goes on the road to an unranked team and is an underdog. The Vegas knows for some reason. So Cincinnati minus 1.5, and that'll close it out.
All right. Gotcha, brother. Sosa, you want to go?
I'm on the same boat with him as the Notre Dame team total. That's my favorite play of the day. I'm not going to drown people out with a bunch of stuff. I don't like this week's slate. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't like a lot of these games. I think that they're pretty hideous spots, to be totally honest with you. I think that I'm waiting for a couple more weeks of just SEC play to really jump into some heavier volume, but that's where I'm at with it personally. I don't feel like this slate didn't really talk to me. Maybe that's the problem. I was looking forward to talk back.
Right.
I mean, betting a Georgia game where you guys are 20-point favorites at the crib off a win. You got Michigan 17.5-point favorites against Wisconsin. You got Cincinnati as favorites against an Iowa State team that I think we're pretty high on. Illinois is 7.5-point favorites against Purdue. We're looking for them to bounce back. It's just, for me, there's what I did consider, though? I did consider taking Oklahoma State plus 20.5 against Arizona because I don't think Arizona's good enough to beat anybody by 20 points.
Fair.
but that's just the nastiest bet of the week, so I'm not going to bet it. But think about it. Like, you watch Arizona play and you watch Oklahoma State play, and you're like, there's no way.
Oh, your mic's off.
Mic went off.
I said, there's no way, right? There's no way that, like, Arizona's better, 20 points better than anybody, right? You've seen them play, right?
Yeah, they're yeah.
But then you're going to be like, well, have you seen Oklahoma State play? And it's like, yeah, they're pretty fucking awful too. So I get it. But if you're betting, best of luck. I hope you all win all your bets. I'm probably going to tail some of you guys' stuff, but that was my easy way of saying I don't like the slate, like the long way of saying it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Not ashamed to have some discretion. So I don't blame you. I, on the other hand, didn't have much discretion. Sam, I'm with you. I don't understand the Mississippi State and Texas A&M line. I really don't. Like, at 14, I maybe could understand it more. Now it's at 16. I think let me go ahead and check it again because it might have went up. Like, to be honest with you, and
it's because it's the line's moving because the yell leaders are wearing black instead of white for the first time.
Okay.
The milkmen are no longer milkmen.
Got you. Okay, so for that alone,
You gotta
Mississippi.
take that into effect.
Yeah, you do. I like the over in that game with you, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the 16.5. If I get burnt for something that I don't know about, that's on me. So I'm taking that 16.5 with Mississippi State. I'm with you, Sam. I like Notre Dame's team total over 41.5 for the same reason, style points. I already said that I am taking Vandy. If you can get the 12, that would be way better than the 11.5. The gross play of the week is going to be Clemson minus 14.5. There's already been guys that have been quitting on the program, so I am not going to even go any way of North Carolina covering that line. And, Clemson just took the week off. Along with that game, Bryant Wesco, Clemson's wide receiver, I got him over 67.5 receiving yards. If you're feeling froggy, take him up to 100 if you want to ladder that. I think North Carolina ranks 100 or worse in every offensive passing defense statistical category. So that just gives you an indication on how that's going to go for them. In the Georgia game, this line has continuously came down. I understand that. I get it. We have not covered the spread all year, so I get it. But I do like the over. I think we get the 30-plus points. I think, I think that Kentucky can maybe get 2 touchdowns, maybe a field goal to get us over the 48. So I do like that. My little ladder spot of the week for that Georgia game, I got Zach Branch at 40-plus receiving yards is minus 115. 50-plus is plus 145. And 60-plus, if you're feeling froggy, is plus 200. I think they feature him. He didn't get a ton of work in the Alabama game until late in the game, so I think they're going to make it a point to try to get the ball in that guy's hands again. And then this is one that I just took on the show, Sam. They got Penn State's team total 37.5 at even money. I'm taking that as well. I think they absolutely whooped the hell out of UCLA. So that is our show for today. Let's answer a couple of questions. Do you believe in Aaron Nolan as USC's quarterback next year, or do we hit the portal? One of y'all can answer that. So I don't know. I'm not paying attention to USC.
Come on, man. I don't know what to make of the quarterback situation at USC. One thing we have to understand is that they definitely have a really good recruiting class. They have the number 1 rated recruiting class in America right now entering next season. And I think Maiyava is still the guy.
Right.
Do we believe in Aaron Nolan as South Carolina's quarter? I think he means South. He's going to be South Carolina guy, right? I don't think he's. That's USC, like South Carolina, right? That ain't USC. See, you tried to trick us. He tried to trick us.
Yeah, I'm like USC.
I'm like USC. Like Maiyava's their quarterback. Why the fuck would he be? It's also dependent on are we sure Lenoris is leaving?
It could be.
Yeah.
Man.
Are we sure? Yeah, it's kind of like an Anthony Richardson situation, right? Like it's like.
It's exactly like that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to say it like that because it sounds fucked up.
Very similar,
but it's very similar. It's like the hype. You're not gonna get more hype than right now, right? Yeah. And it's yeah.
What an athlete!
What do you go back to college next year and just stink it up?
Hey, maybe. Look, they got a good chance to be, decent next year. I don't think their recruiting class is the best, but they could go in the pool.
I think Lenoris is coming back, bro. I don't think he's out. I think that
he looks good.
Yeah, I'm scared.
If he continues to be mocked as the number 1 pick,
he's out. You're right.
It's malpractice if he comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just too much cash involved. You guys are right. I hate like I said, the Anthony Richardson thing has just kind of PTSD'd me. You know what I mean? Like it's like,
yeah,
the game is the game. Though.
It's almost like if you can't be an accurate passer in college, you can't be an accurate passer in the NFL too.
Hey, breaking news.
Wait till Giants fans really see. Never mind. Let's get out of here. Come on, let's come on.
Let's next week.
Let's get out of here, bro. Come on, let's go. I don't want to start talking shit and get quoted. Let's keep. Come on, man. Come on.
All right, man. Look, we're getting out of here again at Play for Play. Please follow us at Dumb Brain Picks at Sosa Picks on X. If you're watching this, go ahead and head over to my guys' little space now that we're done. Make sure to tune in to Final Cut, CFB Final Cut, and talk to y'all next week, man. Peace.
Thanks.